Hello and welcome to round 1 of season 6 of the Driversroom Endurance Championship. Dragon's Tails Gardens is the circuit today. GR3 cars, a mixture of soft and super soft tyres on the grid. As we look at row 1, C.S. Smith takes pole, puts in second. We go to row 2 is Gadget in the Citroen and Ronin in the Mustang, both on soft tyres. Row 3 features Chris on super softs and Muller on super softs, back in the Aston Martin. New Jogger on softs and V8 Vendetta row 4. Senna and Camaro both on soft tyres row 5. Jules and Daz on soft tyres in row 6. Lorcus and DJ Rice soft tyres in row 7, and up the rear is poor qualifying from Ben on soft tyres. Usual things, 60-minute race. Let's get ready to start as we go on board. On the left, and look at the start, and this Gadget is thrown away in the start. If you look on the left, he's took the lead coming up from row 2 to go past. He's got past 2 from row guys. Puts is usually good as starter in the Porsche. As we turn to the Porsche after one season with the Citroen. Oh, Jules has gone too fast into the corner and tapped Muller. There's a bit of pinball there. Damage is going to be picked up probably by all of them as they come out of that tight chicane of turn 2 and 3. As they come down to the hairpin of turn 4, and Gadget is in the lead, closely followed by the Porsche Plus with Jev Ronin in zone. He goes on deep, and Muller's gone into the side of him. Calamitous lap there, first lap for Muller. Back now with the race leaders coming to the long hexagonal, top of a hexagonal type shaped corners. This is a feature corner of this track. It's like Jules had another issue there. New Jogger and Muller in at the rear of their entanglement turn 4. Gadget's gone deep into the final corner hairpin, but he's still got Putz behind him. His Putz is now in a slipstream. Can he get close to that Citroen? He's definitely pulling up, but he's not going to be close enough this time. But will he be close enough to take a look into turn 2 and 3 of the hairpin of the chicane? Sorry. Gadget puts on the apex and puts has dropped off just a little bit. Is he going to get a run? He's just got to be wary of the guys behind him. You've got Smith and the Toyota and the BMW and Kim and then Senna and then V8 in the Porsche. Downs again in the Porsche. Porsche will be proper for the last one as he's got DJ Rice coming from the inside of him into turn 4. So Rice is going to get that move done and Daz has gone deep, so you can probably allow Ben to attack him coming through the turn 5 and 6. As Muller is back out after the pit, he had front and rear damage from 2 different incidents in turn 1. His Gadget saw a race leader and he's put a gap in to the front of Plutz there. Should be safe this time going over the fin. Plutz is probably less 2 attempts and he's got a charge and Mustang behind him as we go on board with the Aston Martin and Locus. He sits in the slipstream of the BMW ahead of him belonging to Chris. He goes up the inside but Chris is going to get the undercut by driving by both of them. Chris is going to maintain position. Zorka's had a bit of an awkward entry into the chicanes. Senna is looking all racy behind Kim. Here's Rice, his Bain. His new jogger has now got past Jules. So Gadget's still leading lap 3. In fact, the purple sector, so he's pushing hard on lap 3. Is he going to use his tyres up early? Try and maintain this speed. Of course, Plutz will get a chance to fuel save in the slipstream of the Citroen. As I come into the final hairpin corner. Go on board now with Daz in the Porsche. Just looking at the back of Ben there. Too far back to take a move now, but it looks like he's going to go to better drive out the corner. And we'll swap to the lead now as Jeff puts the wheel on the inside of the curb and there's all types of momentum there. Dad's still attacking Ben. Ben has gone for the car switch this time and moved to the Mazda. New jogger trying to make inroads. Jules is running, still got damage by the looks of it, and his mother is gaining on him. Puts us now all over the back as we go into the on-sweeping left-handed, multi-left-hand apex corner. Lots of time can be gained or lost through that corner. Doesn't make it, will break your lap. It puts us now strongly in the slipstream. Saki's attacking this lap. Gadget has got a better run out of the corner and Plutz will have to wait again. His next opportunity will come going into the canes. It's like Ronan is now under threat from the Toyota of Smith. You look at Chris there in 5th, Locus in 6th, Kim there in 7th, Senna in 8th. Ben has moved up, Rice has dropped a position and must have had an issue on the lap somewhere. That Jagger was pretty hard to overtake. It's quick in a fast line as Jules is still there. Mother spinning up the rear. He's now caught up to the back of Jules. Let's look at race leader Gadget. We're going board now with Plutz as we go into the sweeping corners. He tries to sweep the apexes. All of them done pretty well now. Is he going to get a better? Ooh, nearly steps over the curb there on the outside. Multiple strategies we expect in this race. We have 3 or 4 stopper. The pits are very quick, even quicker now due to the changes in the latest Gran Turismo updates. Pit times are a lot quicker. I think it's brought the racing a little bit. It's good for the FIA, but that's very good for a longer race like this. So there's been another issue, change of order there. Daz was at the back of this queue a couple of laps ago, and now he's at the front of it, but he's gone deep into the fin. New Jogger's starting to catch the 3 of them as we again go on board with Plutz. It looks like he's got on the outside of Gadget there. Yes, he has. He got a better drive out of that corner. Gadget's tyres are going on him quicker than Plutz. The Porsche is probably far superior in the traction zones. So Plutz now takes the lead. Can he pull a gap? Citroen's probably slightly quicker in a straight line. On board now with Kieran, that with the fast GTR. He's got a better drive out the corner, and he goes from the outside of the last turn of Lucas. He's not got it done this time, but it looks like he's going to get a better drive out this corner. Can he get into turn 1? He really needs to get alongside to make the move happen. And that GTR's pace in a straight line sees him through. He moves up a position to 5th. Well, Smith has dropped some places. May have pitted. So Nijoka's got past V8, Mother's got past Jules, and pulled a big gap now. He tries to make up for the first lap. The race leader, the Gadget's still on the edge of his slipstream, but Plutz is slowly pulling off, even though he's not really had a good opening sector there. He's about 3 tenths down on his best lap. Tyre wear is starting to show. This track does produce quite a bit of tyre wear, but due to the length of the pit stops, as mentioned earlier, there's no point going on to the hard or medium compounds. Zorkus is under attack from Smith there going into the final turn. Smith has got the inside. Zorkus has gone far too deep, too late on the brakes. And Smith and the tyre moves up as Chris starts to make his pit stop. There's Senna there, his tyres on a reasonably good nick for Senna. He's known for being hard on his tyres. The 2 Porsches come together. It's like V8 has got up to Daz. Daz was in front of Ben, but he must have had another issue. Oh, and V8's gone wide, coming off the corner. You can just see it in the background. He's gone and crashed, mowing some lawn. That's cost him. He's going to have to start the whole process of catching up again. And meanwhile, he's got Rice and Muller behind him, as Muller's looks like he's got past Knee Jogger, or there's no Knee Jogger's pitted. While Muller's moved up. Look at the race leader there, trying to not let the understeer build up in the Porsche, which you can do. Seems to put a bit more of a gap there over the Gadget. Right, we move on to 30 lap 9, end of lap 9. So Plus leading. And in the pits he goes for his first stop. As we look as Gadget, no, Gadget falls through. Ronin, is he going to go through? Ronin's gone through. Smith. No, Plus has got out in front of him, but Gadget has got in between Ronin and Smith. Undercut not worked out for Smith on this occasion. So going to turn, heading down to turn 4. Gadget tried to break the toe a little bit. Chris has dropped off the front 4. Senna, looks like Senna's got past Kim. I don't know if it's pit stop related. Lucas there, Ben in 9th. And Rice goes up past Dow's, have slowed down. I don't know if there's a problem there. New joggers alongside V8. This should be V8's corner as New jogger actually swings back and takes the undercut on the way out. Great move by New jogger. A couple of laps there, he's been struggling for pace. Another lap now after his pit stop. So Ronin goes into the pits. Smith now is on the back of Gadget. It's got up over the last lap. This Toyota is incredibly quick on a straight line. Just can't get off the line. Gadget is under threat, but he's on a different thing. He's on soft tyres, Smith is on super softs. Smith needs to get past if he's going to maintain any chance with the strategy he seems to be on. He seems to be on a 4-stop strategy. He's got on board now with Kim, who gets up on the inside there, I think, of Senna, yeah, and moves up, power away in that GTR. I think Senna hasn't pitted yet and his tyres are probably going off. Smith has dropped back a little bit from Gadget there. He really needs to push, but his tyres are starting to fade already. You may see him drop in the pits again. No, not this lap, he goes past, but maybe, I suspect, definitely probably on the next 2 laps he'll be in. So can Kim pull a gap from Senna. Lucas are doing well in the Aston. Rice is a bit of up and down thing, and New jogger's starting to recover from his being on the end of an enforced thing. His Muller's now up to 11th. He's looking to catch onto the back of the battle, what's developing in front of him. Star's been followed by Ben. Ooh, bit of snap oversteer for Ben there, took a bit too much curb. As we look at V8, he's struggling with consistency, same with Jules, no consistency in his lap timings. As we look at the race leader now on lap 12. Gadget there back into second, and he's had to now pull the gap definitely over Smith, whose tyres are pretty much gone, I think. Kim with Senna Cerner's slipstream, and Lorca's starting to get on the back of this battle as well. The superior speed of the GTR should keep him safe coming down this back straight. Right, so who's having a bit of an up and down race. Same with Daz, has just put in a personal best. He just needs to keep that pace, he would be far further up. Lap 13 in the Pepsi Cola made for racing team, driven by Plutzduk, is in the lead. Ooh, and it looks like Smith now, his tyres going, he's under pressure from Ronin in the Mustang. There's a bit of entanglement there between the two of them, there's plenty of space given. Smith takes the defensive inside line going into the final corner, but he's gone wide. It's allowed Ronin to get up on the inside, and it's broke a little bit too late. And Ronin moves up into third, and Smith comes in to get rid of those degraded super soft tyres. Senna there in 7th. Smith comes out behind Chris, that's unlucky, so he drops a couple of places. He's done with some clear air to make use of those super soft tyres, as Muller's now on the back of Knee Jogger. We're looking there, first lap incident, if Muller was carrying damage from being hit by Jules, and damage to the rear wing and the suspension. Came into play in that incident. So he looks again to go up the inside. He managed to keep the move this time, as go side by side. As the Knee Jogger's got a bit wide there, and that's going to allow Muller just to take him in front of him. As we move to lap 16, Plutz followed by Gadget, followed by Ronin, followed by Smith, Chris in the BMW, Kim in the GTR, Locus in the Aston Martin, followed by the Aston Martin and Muller, Mercedes, Senna, Jaguar, Rice, and the Lexus of Knee Jogger. Not one of his favourite tracks apparently. Usually fighting a lot further up the field than where he is now. Look at the battle at the rear between Daz in the Porsche and the Mazda of Ben. Topsy-turvy lap times there from Daz. As I complete laps 16 and go to lap 17. So Porsche at the front and Porsche at the back. As Plutz completes that 17, it's quite a safety margin there to Gadget, who's a similar margin probably to Jeff. Smith, Kim. Oh, it looks like Locust has got past Chris. We missed that action. Chris looks at the inside, but too far back this time. He's gone a bit too deep as well into the final corner. Locust pulls off to the pits. Kim's in the pits as well, and Chris goes through to complete another lap. Muller is also into the pits. Senna goes through, and Kim comes out. DJ Rice is Locust just coming out in front of Rice. Can Rice make it push Locust really on his stint while his tyres are still cold? Picks up a penalty for track limit violations going through the chicane. It's quite early. The unfortunate thing with the penalty system is it seems to ghost you out. A recipe for disaster. It wasn't intentionally bleeding the penalty there, it was doing it itself. He's pulled a gap on his fresher tyres. DJ Wright's going through the corners. He's got Kim in his sights now. Can he, both of which are on fresh tyres. Kim's gone a little deep into the final chicane, but he's managed to straighten himself up and get on the power pretty early. And the speed difference of that GTR keeping him safe on the through the back straight. After this pit stop, new joggers behind him. There's Jules here in 12th, V8 in 13th. Ben and Dad's fighting out the last place. Dad goes up on the inside. He's got a better drive. Can he keep it going? Master is slightly different. So Dad has got the inside and he's got the apex. Ben does a sensible thing and pulls out. He's managed to get in, looks like on the inside. We'll see our race leader pitting there in the top corner. Gadget go through, they picked the same lap last time, but Gadget is looking to stay out this time. His tyres are starting to degrade there. Trying to go on board with Gadget, his Putz just managed to get out in front of him by the looks of it. Putz is on fresh but cold tyres, Gadget is on warm, but tyres have got out to temperature and Putz is just pulling a gap through the chicane. As we go down through the field of the so we move on to lap 20. Gadget and Jev are both in the pits. Oh, nearly missing there as Lucas as Senna goes through. Kim completely missing his braking points. Nearly lost 2 positions there. Are they gonna go past Boney? No, he's out in front of him. As we look on board from the Lucas's car, this battle is Senna's gone far too deep into the corner. It's allowed Kim to get his position back. Picked up a penalty. I think Kim didn't get a good run out of the corner, which caused Senna to lift, so it's allowed Lucas up on the inside into turn 4. position. It is. So we look at that 22. Ooh, Smith has gone wide. He's managed to save it. Nice piece of driving there, but that's going to put him under threat now. With dirty tyres and the BMW coming up on his outside. He should be alright. Can Chris get the undercuts coming out the corner? They're both side by side as we go through this thing, and Chris has pulled out, allowed Smith to keep the position. It was nearly a costly error there by Smith. A very quick driver. We're subject to some errors in the race. Chris is going slightly deep there. So Smith has got a better drive for the corner, plus a quicker car. He's going to start to pull out a gap against Chris. Kimmel's gone all a bit over the grass. Locus behind him as Muller now moves up to 8th. Jogger there with 9th. Senna in 10th, looks like he's just pitted. No, he hasn't. But either way, he's under the threat from Rice now. And Rice had a good result in the last race in the Jaguar at Monza. This circuit is a slightly different kettle of fish. The Jaguar is prone to front tyre wear and understeer. As we go through our field runners now. Kim's in the pits, so is Locus. Miller's going to go through. So race leader flips the duck. 24. Got the fastest lap, 2 laps to go. He's lapping at a decent race pace. And we've got this first back marker, you can see just a few seconds down the road. As he completes that 25. You can see the visible distance now. Gadget's only just coming into the final turn. Had an awesome start, led the first few laps. Not managed to keep the pace of Plutz. Here's Jeff in the Mustang. Mustang suffers from quite a lot of tyre wear, very quick in a straight line. It seems that Smith is gaining on Ronin. And Chris has dropped a little bit back. Fuel's going pretty low. It's like, oh, he's gone wide. He's going to put dirt on his old tyres, and he's now going to come under fat from Muller. He's come up from being last at the start of that too. Had to do another recovery drive. I've never faced, caused another lap 1 incident. As Chris pulls off to the pits. Kim there in 7th. Locus and Senna. Looks like they may go through before Chris comes out the pits. Right, move on to lap 27, 40 minutes in. Miller has now dropped down to 8th after a pit stop. And we've got a gaggle of cars here. Two-thirds through the race. So 6.4 seconds covers 4th position to 10th. You can see that on the track. And scrub cars led by Smith. And there's two Aston Martins together. Mercedes, Jaguar. The new Jaguar is not too far off the back of that battle as well. So YouTube, if you want to watch further Driversroom things, you see the YouTube channels below. Put Stuck, Mother CG, myself, Kamara 75, Jammy D does tier 2 things, TJ Rice, the Rice Racing. So check those channels out to see further Driversroom action from the Driversroom Group C Championship, the Driversroom Sunday League, Super Saturday Series. Be sure to check those channels out. So go on board now with Muller as he's looking to attack Locus. Coming into the game now as we've left that battle. Also AJ2 Racer on YouTube. Check out his Sunday League and Tier 2 action from Driversroom Endurance Championship. There's the two Aston Martins, bumper to bumper. There's more takes a look at turn 1. There's a bit of difference there. Locus did have the corner. Muller wasn't up to halfway beside him, but Muller's now going to take a look, maybe coming down to turn 4. Not so easy to overtake a car, the same car. You've both got the same equipment. As we look now, the race leader in the top right hand corner, peeling off into the pits for his next pit stop. Shouldn't change anything, he's got quite a lead over Gadget. There's two Aston Martins take a completely different line going between the others. taking a look out into these sweeping rights, but I think there's more to gain. His braking point is he close enough this time to try and get a better drive coming down to the final corner. No, he goes out wide, take his normal racing line and stay close. They come over as a complete 29 and go to that 30. TJ Rice goes in the pits there. As we go down through the order, V8's coming from Ben there in 14 from Daz. Another good race from either of those two today. Lacking consistency, but unlike this man still. Flot's pitted and still got a healthy gap over second place Gadget. Jeffrey looks like he's going to be pitting pretty soon. His tyres are shot. Smith, who's not been able to make good use of his strategy, but I think he's actually probably on the run strategy. Kim there, who's had a good solid race. Gadget's in the pits now. There's Gavin Muller, who's given more room this lap, coming through the sweeping left-handers to get a better run into the final corner. He identified a weakness where he was quicker as Orcus tries to fight back, but I think the Red Bull has to have Aston Martin has claimed the position. So Lucas has rejoined 2-1 this season. They're putting some good solid drives. As Chris is now on the back of the GTR of Kim. Look at the fuel levels. Both will have to stop again. And 13 minutes after this race. Kim has had a bit of an up and down season 5. Didn't have a good result at Monza in the car. He should have had a really good result there in GTR, which is probably one of the fastest cars on that circuit. Not well suited to this one, and he's having a far better drive. Fuel is flashing. I'm expecting probably to see him in the next lap. Zorkas pits probably for his last stop. Muller there still charging on his recovery drive. Senna in 8th. Bit of a quiet race from him. Lucas, DJ Rice in the Jaguar. Nijogger is having an awful race for Nijogger. Struggling, seems to struggle a lot with turn 4. We'll see. He's unfortunately after going off wide on turn 1 to be collected by Muller. As our race leader completes lap 32 to start lap 33. Looks like he's got enough fuel left to see him to the end of the race. I don't think we'll see him in the pits again. quite a gap over Gadget. He probably pitted if he wanted to anyway. As a lot of people diving in for the final snaps as Chris Kamara and CS Smith all in the pits, and Muller goes in as well. Jeff there, quiet race, we're not seeing much of him, but he's in the podium position. Smith, who's been on the wrong strategy, Chris has just not had the pace, consistency. He's managed to stay out of trouble. As Muller comes out of the pits in 8th, right behind Senna. Want to try and attack him quickly. Takes a look on the inside and Senna's gone far too deep into the first chicane. It's going to give Muller the run down to turn 4. And the Aston Martin, which is very good in traction zones. He's got up to the inside, he's got ahead before the corner. And looks like that move is done. August has dropped down to 9th, of course. So the last 10 minutes down to the business end of the race, as we see DJ Rice and the Jaguar, New Jogger and then Jules, the 11th and 12th respectively. V8 Vendetta in 13th, Ben in the 14th. There's Chris in the BMW probably running in 5th. I think that's Smith just in front of him. I wonder if he can make any inroads. It's like he's fuel to the end. He comes over the hill down into turn 4 in the hairpin. He's being chased down by Kim in the GTR. He's got Muller behind him in 7th. Lucas in 8th. DJ Rice in 9th, who's now got Senna chasing behind him in 10th. See Knee Jogger there in 11th in the Lexus. As we get to the business end of the race, got our race leader, he's done a purple section. Comfortable lead over second place Gadget at the moment. Gadget there in second, followed by Ronin. As we go on board with Senna coming out the final chicane, he's going to get the run on the Jaguar. Coming down to turn 1, he's closing up, he's pulling out the slipstream now. He's started to lose some speed as he gets up on side and he's got through. I don't think Rice fought that one too much. So at the moment the race is pretty settled. We're going to see some last couple of actions. Lucas has fell away a little bit. Oh, looks like Rice is going to come under threat from Knee Jogger as well. He struggled hard on to his 10th position. Look at Chris now coming round the final corner to finish that 35, and we're about to go down into the last 5 minutes of the race. 3 laps remaining. Gone a bit deep there into the corner. It's going to compromise his run down this straight to turn 4. And through, he has done a personal best. But GTR looks to be getting closer. So is Lucas going to come under threat by Senna? Senna's closed the gap quite substantially at the moment. I don't know if Lucas is fuel saving or he's got problems with his tyres. So New Jogger's threatening Rice as well, so we might have some more action here. Disappointing race for New Jogger, but we all have him. Looks like he's getting the run through the final corners. He's going to get to the outside. He's going to go to the wrong way, but he's gone a little bit deep, but he might get on the power early coming out as TJ Rice leaves him plenty of room. It's a foot race now, down to turn 1. Rice maintains the position, I think, but now New Jogger may have the inside turn into the chicane, and he's going to move up to 10th. And GTR is definitely getting closer. Chris could come under some pressure here with a couple of laps to go. It's going to be a tight finish, I think. Oh, Chris has gone wide. That's really going to cost him now. It's going to compromise his run. On this straight into the final turn, and he's now got the GTR filling his mirrors. He's going to be on dirty tyres for the next couple of corners. Going a bit deep into the corner as well, missed the apex. The yellow flag there, I don't know what's going on there. Doesn't appear to be anybody off. He's now got the bob of a faster car in a straight line in this slipstream. As you see, the GTR is up with him. Sackman's taking a different line, going for the undercuts, coming out the corners. We're right on board now as we follow Chris through this combination of corners. He's gone a bit deep, he's going to compromise his line to the next corner as well. Can get the run down into the final corner. And Gadget's gone into the pits. Gadget in 2, he must have run the fuel. He's changed tyres as well. He probably didn't need to change tyres, and he's only going to get through and go on board with Gadget. He's come out behind him. That's the second lap mistake in the last few weeks for Gadget. Kim Sue is also still pressuring Chris in the battle for 5th. Needs to get a better run out, and Chris has gone deep again into the second part of the screen. Kim's going to get a run at him now, down into the hit. Let's turn as we go on board and look back, and he's made the move stick. On the last lap, Great drive by Kim to move up to 5th. As we go on board now with Gadget, he's got one last overtaking opportunity. He's too far back. And some of the fuel, but he probably shouldn't have changed tyres. That might have kept him ahead of Ronin. He's got his fuel camp on. He's used more fuel than is expected on his last stint. He's got a better run, but there's no chance. As I come over the line. So Ronin takes second, Gadget third, he's doing an extra lap, but he's pretty much finished in first place. Smith takes fourth. Kim, the great driver, 5th. Chris 6th. Muller 7th and recovered. Senna in 8th. Lopez in 9th. Come over the line to finish it. Disappointing drive there for Nigel. Rice seems to have lost pace in his last spin. Jules, that was his greatest race. Ben is finished as well. The race, the winner does some tricks, and that's a confirmation. Puts up first, Jeff Ronin GT second, and Gadget 334 third. Thanks for watching.